Coming to you from the Ground Zero radio studio, this is the TeenTix Arts Podcast. You can call us TAP for short. We're all part of TeenTix's programs which work to emphasize youth voices in the arts.
I'm Roy, a newsroom writer for the TeenTix blog.
I'm Monet, a member of the New Guard, the TeenTix Arts Leadership Group.
And I'm Valentine, a teen editor, and we're this episode's hosts.
In this episode, we'll talk about some awesome upcoming events this October. So Roy, what's on tap today?
Today, we're going to cover several arts events that get into the spirit of Halloween, but before we get into those, we have the Duo Comedy Showcase by Unexpected Productions. The Duo Comedy Showcase is hosted every Wednesday from September 29th to December 29th, and it is a open mic improv show where anyone with any level of experience can go and perform improv in front of a live audience. And that's really cool because whether you're a beginner who's just starting out and you want to get into comedy and you also want to practice actually doing it in front of a live audience, that's great for you. And if you're experienced, then it's a great opportunity to just get more practice and maybe even introduce a friend while doing it. And it definitely appealed to me as well because my older brother does a lot of improv and I've done improv here and there. So it would be a pretty cool experience to actually go and do that together in front of a live audience and see how we do. So if you have got somebody you want to get into improv or you want to get into improv yourself, definitely go check this event out because it's really cool.
Also at Unexpected Productions, we have Horror Unexpected Spooky Sundays, which is an improv parody show you can see October 10th at 8 p.m. and October 17th at 9 p.m. Based on audience suggestions, Unexpected Productions will improvise a never-before-seen Halloween-themed show based on horror classics, a show you as the audience get to tell with them. If you can't go, be sure to check out the TeenTix Newsroom's upcoming review on the blog.
That sounds pretty exciting. Thank you, Valentine. Our next segment are for those who prefer scary stuff that is a little more predictable or even educational. In my opinion, one of the coolest exhibitions around is the Heroes and Villains, The Art of the Disney Costume. Located at the Mopop, this is great for those interested in film, costume design, and also maybe looking for some Disney Halloween costume inspiration. I got you covered. This is going to be including 70 original pieces, including my favorite, the Cinderella gown from the 2015 live-action film. It has 12 layers that weighs a total of 20 pounds. But they made it look pretty weightless in the movie thanks to the magic of Disney. But don't worry, all you horror buffs out there, Mopop has you covered too with the Scared to Death, the Thrill of Horror film exhibition. Again, this is going to be great for those interested in film and costume design. And also, it's going to be a little bit more on theme with Halloween with their horror-specific contents. And kind of like a historic timeline feel as they covered some great film and television series from the last 30 to 40 years, roughly. Some names would be including A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, The Walking Dead, and so and so. I think one of the coolest props that they're offering would be Michael's mask from the movie Halloween. So go check that out, guys. So both of these exhibitions will be available throughout October, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesdays through Thursdays, but with the exception of Wednesdays. However, if you're like me and will stand forever reading museum information plaques, you may also want to take a virtual seat in the Grand Illusion Cinema this fall.
Being played digitally at the Grand Illusion Cinema this fall is Psycho Goreman, a movie that was released in 2020 and has kind of grown a small bit of popularity here and there. And it's actually really cool. Two things popped out at me at first when seeing trailers and reviews. The first was its overall style. The movie has a very campy feel, and there's a lot of practical effects. There's not much CGI, so a lot of the costumes look a little more homemade, so it's actually very cool. And there's even some stop motion and some miniatures used here and there for certain scenes. So it gives the movie actually a very cool vibe that you don't see in a lot of movies these days. And the second thing that interested me was the comedic premise. Basically, the plot of the movie is that Psycho Goreman, an insane killer who destroys planets, crashes on Earth, and two random kids who find a crystal use it to control him and just hang out with him, not fully realizing that he destroys planets. So that whole scenario kind of sets up for funny situations that I look forward to seeing. Before I pass it on, to Valentine. I should mention, though, that the gore level in this movie is extremely high, probably giving it an R rating. It it is so unexplainably and unimaginably violent that it becomes almost cartoonish. But if you can handle some gore, definitely check this movie out. It puts characters into scenarios you would never find them in to make hilarious moments while also providing an interesting and rare style that keeps you intrigued and entertained.
If gore isn't your thing, Catapult, a dance group once featured on America's Got Talent, has a one-time show at Edmonds Center for the Arts on October 23rd at 12 p.m. This dance group performs behind a screen, transforming their shadows into a mountain, an elephant, a dragon, and even a helicopter to Vivaldi's Four Seasons. As with Unexpected Productions, a review of Catapult will also be featured on the TeenTix blog.
Thanks for tuning in to the TeenTix Arts podcast at Ground Zero Radio, where we listen to be heard. We hope you can go and view some of these spooky events. A big thank you to TeenTix and Ground Zero Radio for supporting the production of this podcast.
You can find us on our blog at teentix.org/blog or on the TeenTix YouTube and SoundCloud channels. Join TeenTix again next month to find out what's on tap.
Happy Halloween, and thanks for listening.